Okay, I think I'm live. What's up? It's your boy K Hood X for Corporate Algorithm. Make sure I'm live here. Yes, I am live. Alright. So today I'm doing a live video because I want to break down some real easy ways for you as an investor to get into TD Ameritrade platform and do some simple trades and learn how to make very easy profits using options. Alright, so I'm not gonna make this video very long. I'm gonna basically just skim past a lot of things and just give you a very general understanding of the type of things I see every day in the stock market. Now today was a very interesting day. For one, hold on, let me get in here and show you this. Because Snapchat, I'll show you one of my trades I'm in right now. Like, you see, this is Snapchat. This is a Snapchat trade. You see right here, I made $300 today. Well, it was $259, but it dropped back. It was really $350, but then it dropped back down to like $259. So I made that for today through Snapchat because of what's going on with Snapchat. The reason I love to talk about Snapchat right now is because what they're going through literally epitomizes everything that I try to tell people who are not able to separate business from social media. Snapchat is a social media platform that gives the users the ability to go in here and make quick videos and send them and they delete, and they've changed their platform around. They faced a lot of challenges within the past, as a matter of fact, let me go out to the past year. You see that they've been at the highest, they've been at 21, 22, and the low is today they hit with 684. So some of the major challenges that they are trying to beat. A lot of people who I talk to are in this same boat. They're thinking they're gonna get famous or they're gonna get rich off of social media. People think they're gonna get rich off Facebook, get rich off Instagram. But when you understand the major challenges of building a real network and monetizing it, you see that this is exactly what Snapchat is up against. And Snapchat really was not a platform that was really available to be publicly traded. So they're going through all type of repositioning and trying to figure out how to monetize their system better. It's just not working. The market is basically laughing at them. You can see right here it says Snap fell to another record low after they set impossible goals. They're making all type of promises to investors that they know that they can't deliver on because they're still competing with Facebook and Twitter. You see right here. So I'm not gonna read all this, but basically they came out and said that they were gonna make all type of promises, and the market shorted them anyway. So I make money as Snapchat goes down. So even though this stock is going down, I am in a position called short sell. So I short sell Snapchat, but I don't actually short sell. I do an options trading, what's called buying a put, because I only buy and sell options. So when you go into the options grid on Snapchat, like even though you see Snapchat costs $7 to trade per share, you see today they lost 48 cents, which is about 6.6%. But when you go on the options grid, you see that you can trade the same stock for basically pennies on the dollar. And you see that some of these have already moved today. You see 50%, 100%, 200%. These are puts, meaning that the price goes up as the stock goes down. These over here are calls, meaning that if you're bullish on Snapchat, you will buy calls. If you're bearish on Snapchat, you will buy puts. So you can be on either side. So a lot of people don't know this about stocks, is that you can make money if the stock goes up or if the stock goes down. So because of the report that Snapchat is going through right now, I am bearish, just like a lot of people right now are bearish on Snapchat, and people are just making a killing. So you can go in here literally every day and make 100% profits, 200% profits, sometimes up to 500% profits. And this is just what's on the what you're seeing on the screen. But believe it or not, you can go in here. It's room in here. Like if I bring, let me see. Let's do this one. Like it's room in here that's more than 200%. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Open up more. Quick chart. So let's see. Let me go right here. So 1 day chart. Oh, so this is today, right? So you see, today this started open up at 10 cents. Right, and you see it went up to like it hit 300% before it came back down to 2.4. So if you would have got in here today at say like 10 cents, you could have sold at 30 cents right here and made 300%. You see it did come back down, but this is just one stock. But like, let me see. And this is just all the ones that expire 3 days from now. But you see, it's a lot more on this option grid here. This is the ones that are 97% implied volatility. But let's look at the ones that's 136, like these right here, November 9th. Oh, you see, yeah, like you can get in some of these even cheaper and ride these all the way out until like November 9th. You see what I'm saying? Some of these are even cheaper, like these 12 cent, these $5 puts. It's like 12 cent. You know what I'm saying? If you hold those out, like these guys are getting like 85% a day. You know, every day. You know, you buy and you hold it. You know, just riding this momentum. And Snapchat is expecting earnings on October 25th, which is probably going to drive the stock down even lower, believe it or not. So, yeah, people are getting 100, 200% profits a day just on Snapchat alone. This is just one stock. So, you might ask yourself, okay, well, how do I know how to find Snapchat? And there's different people, different websites that report different ways to find these type of stocks. For example, like this is Dole, Tasty Trade. They report like these numbers inside here are implied volatility. So typically, like the ones above 50, like in these, are gonna have the similar numbers. So like AAL is American Airlines. So I click on this right here, and because you see the 100 right there, so I click on that, and it says, okay, why is this stock important? It says, well, the price is within 5% of this 52-week low. So that's why it's important. So the implied volatility is real high. So if I bring up AAL, I'm not trading AAL, but I'm just giving you an example of how we find these type of stocks. So you see American Airlines dropped about 6% today. Mind you, the whole market is kind of being pushed down right now for a number of reasons, because interest rates are rising and stuff that's going on with China. So it's a lot of just bearish sentiment in the whole market right now. So if it's a stock that already has a lot of pressure on it right now, it's really crumbling under this pressure because the whole market is being pushed down. So you see, for example, American Airlines already getting pushed toward those lows. It's really going to break on days like this, and it hit its all-time low today, 33. So you go into the options grid, American Airlines, you see this a similar thing. You see 100% profits. This is out to November 9th. But let me see on like. Right, so like today, you see some of these right here, like 521% profit. And this is the volume you see here. So it had like 1,500 people, about 1,500 people got in on this one. 500 people got in on this. So you see it's a lot of people buying it. Not really a lot, but you see some traffic on these. But let's look at this. This 521% profit on this put. So if you would have got in today at this morning, say 8:30, right when the market opened, you could have got in somewhere around 17, 15, 20 cents, say, and you could have sold it around 2 o'clock for about 80 cents, which would have been like 400 or 500, somewhere around 400 or 500% profit. So this every day, this is an everyday thing in the market. So you throw $1,000 at one of these, you're literally walking away with like $4,000 or $5,000. And the more you study this, the more you see, these types of trades literally happen every day. I just pick American Airlines out of a hat. This is another way of looking at it too. Like this is what is this? The OIC, the Options Education Council, they report today's most active options. Same thing. So you see Apple, they had about 40,000 contracts. GE had about 32,000. I don't trade GE. I barely trade Apple sometimes. I do not trade Alibaba. You'll say I have traded AMD. They got a lot of pressure. You see Snapchat up here. We're talking about Snapchat. I don't trade Bank of America. I've never traded Tesla. I have traded Facebook. I've traded Amazon regularly. I've traded Netflix, I think, once or twice. But for the most part, I kind of stay in the stocks, in these stocks right here. And sometimes you will see as different earnings reports come up, you will see these change around a lot. But most of the time, these are the ones you see traded most of the time. And I'll show you this. Like this is this is the options volume leaders. So what this does, it gives you the actual strike prices of which actuals. Like whereas this one just tells you which ones have the highest volume. This one actually tells you, which actual strike prices have the highest volume. You know, so it was talking about GE. Well, it's telling you specifically the $15 call had 54, you know, 53,000 volumes. So this is telling you specific strike which one to look for. So if I went in here and looked at this, like for example, the $15 call dated out to December 21st. So people are going all the way out to December 21st in GE right now buying this call. But let's do one that's 3 days. So like this Bank of America is only 3 days away. You see this date, DTE means date to expiration. So this is a weekly. So you see this one right here. This is 8 cent, 42,000 volumes. So this is the, what is this? The 3050 Bank of America call. So, you know, it expires 3 days. So let's go to bank. Let's look at that one. So BAC is the 3050 call, I think it was. Right here. Okay. Right, it's about 42, yeah, about 42,000. The volume you see right here, 42,000. So this is how many people traded it today. So let's see more info on that one. So what did it do today? Well, this is where it opened at Tuesday, right here. So you see a lot of people bought in right here where it fell to like 10 cents. And then you could have sold it here at 16 cents for a 60% profit. You know, most people trying to buy in lows right here about around 10 cents and sell, you know, up here. But I wouldn't have traded this, me personally. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have traded. But I kind of see like you see where this blue spike happened right here, right where it hit this low. You see this blue? That means a lot of people bought in. Most people bought in right here, right where it hit this low. So people were looking to get in around 10 cents. That was like kind of like the low. So every time it bounced off this low, you know, people try to buy in and get it, you know, as it hits up. But most you're getting is like 60%. You know, most of the time people are trying to hit that 100%, 200%, 300% profit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, I don't trade Bank of America. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not one of them much for me. But you see, that's the one that people, you know, they have 42,000 people, you know, trading on that particular strike price. So I'm not the only person out here striking this. I'm not the only person out here, you know, trading this. There's a lot of people out here, you know, in the market, you know, on the floor every day making these trades. And you know, the more you expose yourself to, you know, 100% profits, 200% profits, and you look over here, you see what I'm saying? You know how to trade this, right? You're taking profits less than, you know, I mean, losses less than 20-30%. And then, like, you know, I was just talking to a friend of mine today, and I was explaining to him, you know, if you had $1,000, right? You know, and how would you invest it? And you know, and he was explaining to me. He's like, "Hey man, don't you think we should invest in hemp stocks?" And I was like, "Man, like that ain't really the right way to invest." And then like you really want to know how to go ahead and invest like this per se. And then like these are like literally 400 or 500% profits a day. So, for example, say I had $1,000, right? And I went in here, you know, I followed it like this. If I broke those $1,000 up into 10 trades, you know, $100, you know, I could be wrong, say half the amount of time, you know, but just be right one time and still make 500%. You know what I'm saying? So even like sometimes like I get 1,000% profit, stuff like this. You be wrong 9 times, you know, and lose $9 and be right one time and get 1,000% profit and still break even. You know, this is a much better way, you know, toward approaching trading. So another thing too, you know, that I look at, like, you understand, like on that Snapchat trade. Let me go back to Snapchat. Like on this trade here, I got in on this one, the $6 one. Like you see, my position is right here. You know what I'm saying? So I got in literally at 1 cent on this. About I think like a day, like Monday, I got in. I mean, no, I think it was like Friday. I got in. I bought this literally for 1 cent. You know, so like when I bring this up here, let me see more info on this. I knew that, you know, as it was going down, as Snapchat continue to approach the $6 price, this is going to go up. So, you know, if this hits $6 by the end of the week, this 6 is going to drop down here with a 7. That is, this $100 I spent on this 1 cent is going to be worth anywhere between, you know, I'd say 10, maybe like 8 to 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? If it hits it tomorrow, then yeah, it'll be. I mean, hopefully it'll hit. I'm guessing like maybe 15, 20 cents maybe. You know, if Snapchat drops to 6 tomorrow, you know, this put will go up to, let's just say 10 cent, right? I'll pay 1 cent for it. Now if it goes up to 10 cent, that's 1,000% profit right there. You see what I'm saying? Like I got it back here. Like let me go back. Let me see Friday. This is the 1 day. Let me go back 5 days. Right. So I got in like here at 1 cent. Like right back here. I paid 1 cent for it. So like when it hit 3 cent, I'm already at 300% profit. Like right now, it's at 3 cent. I'm at 300% profit already. Like it went up today another 50%. So I'm up 300% on that. You know what I'm saying? 1 cent. So even though Snapchat's at $7 a trade, I trade puts. Because everybody's bearish. I'm trading 1 cent puts. Like same thing. Like right here, this one right here, this $5 one you see is 1 cent. Like you can buy this right now. And now you see 24 people bought it, but more than likely this is not really probably gonna move. I don't know. It might move. It might hit 2 cent. You might get 100% profit. If it dropped down to 6, this will then the 5 it will go to 2. But you have to understand that most options expire worthless. So you are kind of playing a volatility game, and that you have to understand, like for the most part, all of these are going to zero by the end of by October 12th. All of these gonna be zero. Even the ones right at the strike price, more than likely they gonna be at zero. You see, but before they hit zero, they gonna hit around like right here, around like 20 cent. But as it gets closer and closer to this date, it's gonna be shorter gaps up. So it ain't gonna be hitting 20. It's gonna be hitting it's gonna be tapping out at like 19. Then it's gonna be tapping out at like 17. It's gonna be tapping out at like 15. By the time the 12th hit, by the time what is it, Thursday, Friday. By the time right, by the time Friday hit, it's gonna be tapping out at maybe 10 cent, maybe 9 cent, 8 cent, because it's going towards zero. This is called theta, time decay. As all options approach the date, they're approaching zero. So you can be right, like like you buy this one right here for 1 cent, and be right, and then it go down. But if it don't go down in the amount of time that's required, within if it don't go down, you say $1, maybe $2, what is it, like $1.50 by October 12th. Like say it only go down 50 cents, it's still gonna stay at 1. You know what I'm saying? But on the 12th, it's gonna go to 0. Trust me. So you're gonna lose that $100. If it doesn't have that amount of volatility to pull it down, to get this to go up. Like you see how all these numbers go up on this, right? You see all these numbers go up. This is the strike price, right? $3, $4, $5, $6, $6.50. So as it approaches, as this keeps going down to 6, you see these numbers go. So right now, 7 to buy a $7 put, it costs about 23 cents. You know what I'm saying? So you figure when it hits 6 to buy a $6 put, technically you would see about 23 cents. But due to time decay, because I'm gonna lose like a day or two, it's gonna tap out at like maybe 17 or like 15 cents. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep in mind, I only paid a penny for it. So that's still about 1,700% profits from crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If it crosses 6, but I'm already up 300%. Profit. So depending on how you look at it. So but this is the type of shit that goes on every day in the stock market. And I encourage anybody who doesn't understand how to trade stocks. Or if I'm speaking you Chinese, a lot of times it takes a while to get your mind wrapped around this these types of concepts. So that's why I try to break it down in a way to make it easy to understand. And also too, it's a lot of different ways out here to trade stocks, but you want to make sure that you learn it from somebody that can teach it to you in a way that you can understand. And let me try something real quick, because you don't want somebody explaining something to you that you just have no idea. Let me try this real quick. Does this look better like this? I just got a feeling you can see that a little bit bigger, because I want y'all to really see them numbers up there, like AAL, right? This is literally 566%, 360%. You get them for pennies on a dollar. Let me grab another one and see. Let's go here. Let's look at AMD. AMD a lot of times gets a lot of crazy volatility. AMD. Alright, so we see a 200% profit on this put side over here. Same thing, costs 2 cents. You know, these little 1 cents. You know, these are real easy to oh man, that ain't even work. Can you see that? I hope y'all can see that. You know, these are real easy to buy 1 cent. Look, you see, like, let me see, Alibaba. You see these 100%, 80%. Not about a lot of volatility. Where's the volatility at on here? Not a lot of volatility on there. Let's look at Apple. Weeklies, calls. It was total opposite side today. You see over here it was bearish because Apple went up today, and but you also see that really wasn't really high numbers. A lot of these 60%, 30%, which is, you know, still decent numbers, 60%. But you see that Apple's let's look at the chart. Apple is as far as one day, it was a lot of ups and downs today. Like, the market is really mixed today. You see, like, it went up, went down. It's a lot going on right here. Still trying to figure stuff out. It did went up 1%, but you got to say overall the whole market was down for the day, but it wasn't down a lot. So for Apple to be up 1% on the day with the market down, it's up, but you see that it's still when you go look at the options grid, you see it's mixed. Like, this is really mixed. You know, it's mixed. So you want to trade ones who have, you know, high volatility in a certain direction, like Snapchat, where it's like, you know, or American Airlines, where they're hitting their all-time lows and it's just dragging down. You know, based on that type of volatility, it's very easy trade, especially buy them at 1 cent and ride that wave up 1,000, you know, 1,000, 1,500%. You know, you can see this is not difficult concept when you just look at it every day. And you can practice this for free. Well, with the Thinkorswim paper trade platform, they give you $200,000 to practice trading, so you can practice these things, make sure you got it down pat. But you see what I'm showing you, it's really not difficult to do it all. It takes about 15-20 minutes a day. You know, sometimes I find myself staring at the stock chart all day just because I'm, you know, hoping it moves my direction. But you can go in here and place it to buy. Okay, buy it at 1 cent, sell it at 3 cents, and it'll automatically do it without you even having to watch it. So, you know, they have ways to automate it like that as well. You know, it's very easy to do. It's not difficult at all. So yeah, man, get familiar with this platform. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You know, like me on other platforms, Corporate Algorithm on other platforms, Twitter. You can sign up for Corporate Algorithm at ffbutton.com, ffbutton.com. It's like fastforwardbutton.com, or corporatealgorithm.ning.com. But if you really want the FF button, just go to ffbutton.com, fastforwardbutton.com, and sign up. Check out the stock trading course in there. You know, and I would love to answer any of your questions that you guys. Just go ahead and hit me up. All right, appreciate you for watching. I will see you in the algorithm, and as I always say at the end of every video, you